Are you looking for more child learning engagement and success in homeschool math? Let me tell you another angle of my story I shared with you the other day. Hi, I'm Gloria, founder of Nature Glows eScience, an online math and natural science platform for homeschool kids ages 10 to 18. Welcome. Before we begin, I want to first share a free gift with you as part of answering this question. Math can easily be combined with any science topic your child is interested in learning and you can easily create unit studies with their science interests. So go ahead right now, scroll down and grab my free unit study planner, and I'll show you how you can easily combine math and science with the rest of your child's core subjects. So go ahead and click below. So I wanted to share another angle of my story that I shared with you the other day. So it was 2003, and I was a burned out teacher for grades 3 through 5 students in this tiny classroom that we were all jam-packed in. It was wall-to-wall kids, and the kids and I were just both bored of the same old routines of lecture style, divided subject learning. We lived for our holiday breaks. And I was starting to wonder if there were any other careers that I would want to do. And I was tired also of some of the high-wired kids, like ruining the experience for the rest of the class. So I had no place else I knew I could go for another job. Then one day, Don Tolman, a wellness teacher, came to our school to teach us about eating from nature's table, meaning he taught us to eat healthier by consuming raw fruits, veggies, nuts, grains, seeds, and legumes. And so I began changing my eating habits, eating these raw, healthier foods. And along with intermittent fasting, drinking a half a gallon of water per day, my physical health changed, along with my mental clarity, and I got back my youthful energy. He also had other gems to teach us. Education gems, such as learning about nature's numbers, including the golden ratio, Fibonacci numbers, and the most common patterns found in nature. So during this period of time, he really inspired me. He re-inspired me, actually, because I had been introduced after my education. After I graduated from college, I stumbled across a hardback book from Time Life called Mathematics. I thumbed through the book and I'm introduced to the golden ratio, a proportion of beauty found throughout nature and especially in ancient architecture and art. And the Fibonacci numbers, which begin as 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and it's irrational or infinite, and you add the subsequent numbers together to get the next number. And Fibonacci numbers are found repeatedly in nature, especially in botany, like the numbers of spiral turns on a pine cone are typically a Fibonacci number. Numbers of spiral turns going in opposite directions on sunflower seed heads and daisy heads. So here I got re-excited in 2003 when Don came to visit our school. And he showed us how math is found in nature, science, art, architecture, and became the fuel for me to learn ancient history and how the Babylonians, Greeks, and Indians, Eastern Indians, developed math. And actually, it's fascinating to do a study of math through history, which is part of my online math art course. I started really geeking out. I got outdoors, going to my local parks and forests, looking for nature's numbers and patterns. I took my camera, my notebook, and I started taking pictures of plants, animals, rocks, minerals, and even looking at cracked dirt, looking at fractals, which is the cracked pattern that you see all over the place. Like if you look at the back of your hand right now, like you might see, you should see just the pattern of skin resembles cracked dirt. That's a fractal, as well as lightning bolts, which is also are fractals. So I ended up bringing all of my research into the classroom, sharing my nature photographs, my journal notes, and I started teaching this to the kids. What happened was truly miraculous. My students picked up on my excitement And they also wanted to get outdoors every day into nature, looking for nature's numbers. I also learned how to weave in other academic subjects so that we were also covering things like reading, writing, literature, history, of course, for grading purposes. And also, it was just so much fun. It was like this treasure hunt of seeing how the other academics fit in with math and nature studies and science. So we focused on math, the natural sciences, and getting outdoors every single day. Too bad that school closed down. And I had so much freedom there. And if it hadn't closed, I probably would still be teaching there today. That was in Delaware. Long story short, I got another job. A few jobs later, I lost my final private day school job. And I started my own in-person nature-based program within an old hippie community called Heathcote Intentional Community, where I was a full-time residential member. So I called my 3-day-per-week homeschool program Heathcote Art and Science Center, or HASC. Now at HASC, the kids and I had far more educational freedom than I had ever experienced in any of the private schools that I had taught at. The kids and I spent about 80% of our time outdoors. And what a gorgeous place to have a nature program. We were nestled within 112 acres of a wooded valley with a pond, organic gardens, hiking trails, and a creek that we freely explored every day, and a beautiful play yard. Too bad that gig ended after a year. What happened was my unemployment ran out, and I was just scared to death of running out of money. So I couldn't afford to live in and pay rent at Heathcote. So I had to move. And I asked my friend Michael, who was also a communitarian. He had an intentional community in Mount Storm, West Virginia. So I asked if I could work for him at his community in Mount Storm. And so I ended up working at a motel as the motel manager for this tiny little country motel. It was so cute. And during that time period, I continued building my online teaching business, Nature Glows eScience, which is what I am today, offering math and natural sciences online courses for kids ages 10 to 18. And younger siblings also get a kick out of the courses, especially when they work together with their older siblings on projects, which I offer tons of per lesson. So from this time period, 2011 to present, while I built Nature Glows eScience, I also gathered tons of research, both from libraries and online, about nature's fabulous Fibonacci numbers, the golden ratio, and nature's patterns. So I created a Weebly website, if you've heard of Weebly, and there's also Wix, where they're just click and drag websites, and they have free versions. At least Weebly does. So I created a Weebly website over the years, and I think one of my greatest strengths is actually gathering resources, just researching and gathering the best of the best resources, both from libraries and the worldwide internet, the great big worldwide library. And so I assemble the best of the best research on my online resource center, which I call my virtual library. So right now, I'm actually revamping my free online resources, and you'll be hearing more about them soon, as I'm going to be giving them to you for free, giving you a link to them. So keep an eye out on my channel, and thanks so much for watching. Go ahead now and grab my free unit study planner with this post. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.